My beloved child, come close and listen to the whisper of my voice, for I have seen the tears you have shed in the quiet corners of your home. I have watched you sit at your table, head in your hands, staring at that one specific bill, the one that feels like a heavy chain around your neck, a weight that grows heavier with every passing hour. I know the name on that envelope. I know the numbers written in ink that seem to glare back at you. And I know the way your heart sinks every time you remember the ticking clock of the due date. You have felt like a ship tossed in a violent storm, wondering if the waves of debt and the winds of lack would finally pull you under. But I am here to tell you that the storm is about to meet its master. I am the Lord your provider, the great I am, and I have not brought you this far to abandon you to the hands of lack or the shadows of worry. Your home, which has felt heavy with the suffocating weight of financial burden, is being prepared at this very moment for a visitation of my grace. I am not a God of almost or maybe. I am the God of the suddenly, the God of the impossible, and the God who makes a way where there is no way. You have been praying, seeking a sign in the darkness, asking in the middle of your sleepless nights if I still hear the cries of my children. Let this message be the confirmation your soul has been longing for, the gentle touch of my hand upon your shoulder. A sudden financial miracle is even now crossing the threshold of your door. It is not coming through the weary efforts of your own hands alone, nor is it coming through the limited logic of this world's systems. It is coming from my infinite storehouses of abundance, from the riches of my glory that know no bounds. I am rearranging circumstances behind the scenes, touching the hearts of people you do not even know, and opening doors that were previously bolted shut by the hands of men. That specific bill, the one that has stolen your peace, robbed you of your sleep, and made you feel small, is about to be marked paid in full by the hand of heaven. I am doing this not because of anything you have done to earn it, but because of my infinite, unyielding love for you. You are my heir, my beloved child, and my resources are your inheritance. Think back to the times I have carried you before, through the fires and the floods. Have I ever failed you? Though the path was winding and the valleys were deep, I was always the lamp unto your feet and the strength in your weary bones. Yet, I know this trial feels different. It feels more urgent, more crushing, as if the walls are closing in. But I tell you, the greater the pressure you feel, the greater the breakthrough I am about to release upon your household. I am entering your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, and your secret places of prayer. I am sweeping away the spirit of lack that has tried to make its home with you, and replacing it with the oil of joy and the garment of praise. I want you to take a deep breath right now and release the tension in your shoulders. Let the air fill your lungs and know that I am the breath of life. The burden is no longer yours to carry. I have taken it from you. I am taking the weight of that debt upon my shoulders, and I am replacing it with the supernatural lightness of my peace. Do not look at your bank account and allow it to dictate your hope, for your bank account does not define my ability to provide. I am the God who provided manna in the barren wilderness and brought forth sweet water from the dry rock. I am the God who multiplied the oil for the widow in her time of desperation, and the loaves for the hungry crowd on the hillside. My arm is not shortened that it cannot save, nor is my ear heavy that it cannot hear your plea. The miracle I am bringing into your home today is specific. It is targeted. It is intended to show you that I see you as an individual, with a name and a story, not just as a face in a vast crowd. I know your name. I know your address. I know the exact currency, the exact amount, and the exact cent required to set you free from this trap of the enemy. I see the way you have tried to shield your family from the worry, the way you have spoken words of faith even while your heart was trembling with fear. I have seen your quiet dignity and your perseverance. As you read these words, feel the shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. The heaviness is lifting, dissolving like mist in the morning sun. The clouds of anxiety are breaking apart to reveal the brilliant sunlight of my favor. You have spent too long living in the not enough, stretching every penny until your spirit was frayed, but I am bringing you into the more than enough. This is the beginning of a new season where your home will no longer be a place of financial stress and hushed, worried conversations, but a sanctuary of my provision and a temple of my praise. I am moving obstacles out of your way that you did not even know existed. I am silencing the voice of the creditor and the spirit of fear that whispers lies about your future. This miracle is not just about the money. It is a testament of my relationship with you. It is a sign of my covenant, a reminder that I am your father and you are my precious, cherished child. Prepare your heart, for the delivery of this blessing is imminent. It will come in a way you did not expect, perhaps through an unexpected check, a gift from a stranger, a refund you had forgotten, or a door of opportunity that swings wide open. It will arrive exactly when you need it most, for I am the God of the 11th hour and I am never late. Rest in me. Trust in the silent, powerful movement of my hand. The bill that caused you so much grief will soon be nothing more than a memory, a testimony of my faithfulness that you will share with others to give them hope. You will speak of my goodness to the generations to come, telling them how your father stepped in when all hope seemed lost. Believe me when I say, your breakthrough is not coming, it is here. It is entering your home right now. Open your heart to receive it. As you stand at the threshold of this manifestation, do not let your heart be troubled by the size of the mountain that stands before you. I am the God of the sudden turn, the one who speaks light into the darkness and watches as the shadows flee. That document, that notification, that weight that has been pressing against your spirit, I have already marked it paid in full in the heavenly realms. My child, lean in closer and hear the whisper of my spirit, for I am doing a work in your life that will leave you in awe of my majesty. You have felt the weight of that specific burden, the one that has kept you awake when the rest of the world was at rest. I have heard the silent cries of your heart, those prayers that were too heavy for words, those moments when you looked at the numbers and saw only a dead end. But I am the God of the way, the one who carves paths through the deepest oceans and brings water from the driest rocks. I want you to take a deep breath right now, for the atmosphere in your home is shifting. The thick cloud of anxiety is dissolving under the warmth of my love. I am not merely sending you a temporary fix. I am demonstrating my eternal sovereignty over every detail of your existence. You have wondered how this could possibly be resolved, and your mind has searched for every logical solution. Yet I tell you that my ways are higher than your ways. I am moving pieces on a chessboard you cannot see. I am speaking to hearts you have never met. I am aligning circumstances that seem unrelated, all to bring about a confluence of grace that will result in the total elimination of that debt. This bill, which has loomed over you like a giant, is about to fall. Just as David stood before Goliath with nothing but a stone and my favor, you stand before this financial giant, and I tell you, it shall not stand. I declare a holy eviction of fear from your mind. I am the architect of your destiny, and I did not bring you this far to abandon you to the whims of the world's economy. My economy is not governed by markets or inflation. It is governed by my infinite supply. I am releasing a fresh anointing of prosperity over your household, not just enough to survive, but enough to overflow. I want you to begin to thank me, not for what you hope I will do, but for what I have already set in motion. The resources are already traveling toward you. The breakthrough has been dispatched from the throne of grace, and no power in heaven or on earth can intercept what I have promised to my child. I am touching the hearts of those who hold the keys to your provision. I am commanding the north, the south, the east, and the west to surrender what belongs to you. Look around your home and see it not through the eyes of lack, but through the eyes of faith. See your cupboards full, your accounts replenished, and your spirit light. I am breaking the generational cycles of struggle that have tried to claim your identity. You are not a debtor. You are a king's child, an heir to the riches of my kingdom. This miracle will serve as a lighthouse to others who are lost in the storm of financial despair. When they ask how you made it through, when they wonder how that impossible bill was settled, you will point to me. You will tell them of the Father who sees the sparrow and much more sees you. You will testify that I am real, that I am present, and that I am a rewarder of those who diligently seek me. This is a new day. The old cycle of just enough is being replaced by more than enough. Receive the peace that surpasses all understanding. Guard your heart against the whispers of the enemy who says it is too late or too big. Nothing is too big for the Creator of the stars. I am breathing life into your finances. I am breathing hope into your soul. I see the exact amount, the exact date, and the exact person involved. I am orchestrating a divine encounter that will result in your total liberation. The specific provision you need is entering your gates now. It is knocking at your door. Open it with a smile, for your Father has come to visit you with a blessing that will change everything. Trust me. I have never failed you, and I am not about to start now. The victory is yours and the glory is mine. Rest now, for the battle is won and the provision is here. Lean in closer, my beloved child, and let the warmth of my presence quiet every lingering storm within your soul. Can you hear the sound of the shifting winds? The atmosphere of your home is no longer heavy with the weight of lack or the suffocating pressure of an unpaid debt. It is being charged with the electricity of my promise. You have carried that specific envelope, that digital notification, that looming deadline as if it were a mountain you had to move with your own hands. But I am the one who moves mountains, and I am the one who levels the valleys to make a smooth path for your feet. This bill, which has occupied your thoughts from the moment you wake until the moment you drift into a fitful sleep, is nothing more than a platform for my glory to be revealed in your life. I have seen the way you have looked at the numbers, calculating and recalculating, trying to find a way where there seemed to be no way. I tell you today, stop looking at the numbers and start looking at my face. I am the God of the breakthrough, the God of the more than enough, and I am currently moving behind the scenes in ways your natural eyes cannot yet perceive. I am touching the hearts of those you do not even know, moving them to act on your behalf. I am stirring the spirits of those who hold the keys to the resources you require. Do not be surprised when the phone rings with news of a sudden reversal. Do not be shocked when the mail brings a check you did not expect, or when a debt is suddenly marked, paid in full, without your intervention. This is the hour of the supernatural transfer. I am moving the wealth of the world into the hands of my children who have remained faithful in the secret place. You have sown in tears, and now you shall reap in shouts of joy. I remember every prayer you whispered when you thought I wasn't listening. I counted every tear that fell on that bill. I saw the way you tried to make ends meet, the sacrifices you made, the quiet ways you continued to give even when you felt empty. Your faithfulness has been a sweet fragrance before my throne, and I am not a God who forgets. I am the God who compensates. I am the God who restores the years the locusts have eaten. This is not just a temporary fix. It is the beginning of a structural shift in your household's economy. I am teaching you how to live from the overflow. I decree a shift in your perspective this very moment. Receive the vision to see your bank account not as it is, but as I am making it to be. I prophesy over your finances. Be filled to the point of running over. I prophesy over your credit and your standing. be restored and elevated. I prophesy over your employment and your business. Expand beyond your wildest dreams. I speak to the spirit of poverty and lack that has hovered over your family for generations. Your assignment is finished. The blood of the Lamb has set this household free, and the chains of debt are shattering into 1,000 pieces. I release the angels of prosperity to go forth and gather the harvest that belongs to you. I release the spirit of favor to open doors that no man can shut. Do not look at the news of this world. Look at the record of my kingdom. In my kingdom, there is no recession. In my kingdom, there is no scarcity. There is only an endless supply of everything you need and more. I am inviting you into a deeper level of trust, a level where you no longer ask how, but simply say thank you. Hand me that specific bill. Let it go from your heart and place it into my hands. Once you release it, do not go back to pick it up. Leave it with me. I am the master architect of your destiny, and I am currently redesigning your future to include abundance that will overflow into the lives of many. You will become the lender and not the borrower. You will be the one who gives out of a cheerful heart because you know the source is inexhaustible. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders right now. That tightness in your chest, that is the spirit of heaviness leaving you, that peace washing over you. That is my spirit confirming that the work is already done. I am the God of the suddenly. Suddenly, the way will open. Suddenly, the provision will manifest. Suddenly, the stress will be a distant memory. Walk through your home today and speak peace to every room. Declare that this house is a house of blessing. Declare that no weapon formed against your financial stability shall prosper. I am standing at your gate and I have brought the keys to your total liberation. The miracle is not coming, it is here. The bill is not a burden, it is a testimony in the making. Rejoice, for your Father has remembered you, and my hand is outstretched to do wonders in your sight. This is your season of divine intervention, and the specific miracle you have been crying out for is now crossing your threshold. Trust me, rest in me, and watch as I turn your mourning into dancing and your lack into a legacy. My beloved, do you feel the shifting of the atmosphere around you? It is the wind of my spirit blowing away the chaff of lack and bringing in the harvest of my promise. My child, I have seen the tears you shed over that specific document, the one that seems to scream of your inadequacy and your failure. But I tell you today, that paper is a liar. It speaks of a reality that does not account for my sovereignty. I am the God who created the gold and the silver, and I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Do you think I would lead you this far only to let you stumble at the threshold of a debt? No, I am the master architect of your breakthrough. Even now, while you are reading these words, I am moving the hearts of people you have never met. I am aligning circumstances that seem unrelated to create a perfect storm of provision. You have worried about the how and the when, but I am the I am. I am the how, I am the when, and I am the more than enough. I want you to take a deep breath and release the grip of control. You have been trying to solve a spiritual problem with physical logic, but my ways are higher than your ways. I am not limited by the economy of this world, nor am I restricted by the balance in your bank account. I am the God of the multiplication. Remember the bread and the fish. It was not enough by human standards, but in my hands it became a feast with leftovers. Your small seed, your mustard seed faith, is being multiplied in this very hour. I am speaking to that specific bill, yes, the one that keeps you awake at 3:00 a.m., and I am commanding it to be settled. I am releasing a sudden grace that will cause that debt to vanish, whether through a cancellation, a supernatural deposit, or an unexpected gift. This is not just about the money, my precious one. This is about your trust. This is about you coming to know me as Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides. I am stripping away the spirit of poverty that has plagued your bloodline. I am breaking the generational cycles of just enough, and not enough. I am bringing you into a land of too much, where you will not only have your needs met, but you will have an abundance for every good work. Listen closely. I am making you a distribution center for my kingdom. I am trusting you with much because I know your heart is for my glory. So stand tall. Look that bill in the face and smile, not because you see the money yet, but because you know the one who promised. I declare over your home today that the cupboards shall be full, the accounts shall be overflowing, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, shall guard your heart and your mind. I am the God who turns the tables. I am the God who brings water from the rock. I am the God who provides manna in the wilderness. You are in your wilderness no longer. You are standing at the edge of your promised land. The giants of debt are falling. The walls of financial Jericho are crumbling at the sound of your praise. Do not wait for the manifestation to give me thanks. Give me thanks now. Let your worship be the key that turns the lock. I am the one who gives you power to get wealth, and I am doing it not for your pride, but to establish my covenant upon the earth through you. You are a child of the King, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Receive it now. Receive the peace. Receive the miracle. Receive the suddenly that is knocking at your door. I am here, and I have brought everything you need. Your testimony will be great, and many will see what I have done for you and marvel at my goodness. I see the sleepless nights when you paced the floor, counting and recounting. I saw every sigh of frustration, but I am calling you out of that place of trembling. I am the God of the miraculous supply. If I said I will provide, I will provide. Look at the lilies of the field. They do not toil or spin, yet I clothe them. How much more do I care for you? This specific financial miracle is a strategic strike against the enemy's plan. The enemy wanted to use this bill to distract you, but I am using it to promote you. That bill is becoming a bridge. I am speaking to the north, south, east, and west, commanding your resources to come. I am releasing hidden riches. Do not be surprised when you find favor. I have opened the door to your freedom. Walk through your house and touch the walls, declaring them debt-free. Look at your children and declare they will never know poverty. I am rewriting your story. I am crossing out lack and writing abundance. I am your father, and I take delight in your prosperity. You are an heir to my throne. Every resource is at my disposal, and I am channeling it to you. The pressure you feel is the old garment of worry being torn away. This miracle is crossing your threshold. It is closer than your next breath. Before you called, I answered. Trust my timing and my heart. The miracle is your current reality. Rejoice, for the bill is paid, the debt is cleared, and your season of lack has ended. Enter into my rest and watch my glory manifest. You are loved, and I have made your path straight. My child, do you feel the shift in the atmosphere surrounding you? Even as these words reach your heart, the frequency of your home is changing from the static of anxiety to the symphony of my peace. The very air you breathe is being infused with the scent of a fresh rain that signals the end of a long, dry season. I have seen you sitting at your table, the glow of your lamp falling upon those papers that represent your debt, and I have heard the silent cry of your spirit as you wondered how the numbers would ever align. I tell you now, I am the master architect and the great multiplier, and I am rewriting the mathematics of your life. That specific bill, the one that has been a mountain in your path, the one that has whispered threats of lack and loss into your ear, is being leveled into a plain. I am speaking to the north and the south, to the east and the west, and I am commanding the elements of provision to converge upon your doorstep. This miracle is not a mere coincidence or a stroke of luck. It is a divine appointment, a covenant promise manifesting in your physical reality. I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive, and the first drop of that downpour is the total settlement of that pressing need. I am moving the hearts of strangers. I am triggering forgotten accounts to be remembered, and I am releasing refunds and rebates that have been stalled in the celestial and terrestrial pipelines. You have carried this burden for long enough, treating it as if it were your own to bear, but I am your Father, and your needs are my responsibility. I take no pleasure in your worry, but I take great delight in your trust. I am tearing up the roots of generational poverty that have tried to wrap themselves around your family tree. From this day forward, when you look at your finances, you will not see a source of fear, but a tool for my kingdom and a testimony of my goodness. The pressure you have felt in your chest is lifting, replaced by the buoyancy of my spirit. I am the God of the sudden turn, the God of the 11th hour, and I am never late. Even now, as you read this, the gears of the universe are turning in your favor. I have commanded the ravens to bring you bread, and I have commanded the rock to yield water. This specific financial miracle is entering your home not just to pay a bill, but to restore your joy and to prove to you that I am attentive to the smallest details of your existence. You are not a number in a crowd. You are my beloved child, and I know exactly what you require before you even ask. Walk through your rooms and speak to the walls, telling them that the season of not enough has passed. Look at your bank balance and speak life over it, for I am breathing my breath of life into your dry bones of lack. I am the God who calls things that are not as though they were, and I call you debt-free. I call you prosperous. I call you a lender and not a borrower. This miracle is crossing your threshold at this very moment. It is showing up in your inbox. It is arriving in your mail. It is being deposited by hands you did not expect. I am removing the scale of limitation from your eyes so that you can see the abundance that has always been yours in the Spirit. I am your provider, your Jireh, and my resources are infinite. Relax your shoulders, let the tension drain from your hands, and simply receive. I am the one who makes a way where there is no way, and I have just carved a path through your wilderness of debt. This is the beginning of a new narrative for you and your household. You will no longer be defined by what you owe, but by what I have given. The weight is gone. The bill is paid. The miracle is here. Enter into the rest that I have prepared for you, for the battle for your provision has already been won by my hand. I love you with an everlasting love, and my hand is stretched out to ensure you never walk in lack again. Rest in me. Look closely at the horizon of your life, for the light of my favor is breaking through the shadows of your financial concern. Even as you breathe in this moment, the atoms of your circumstances are rearranging themselves to accommodate the miracle I have dispatched. I have seen the nights you spent calculating, the moments where your breath caught in your throat at the sight of that one specific invoice. That number which seemed like a mountain, I have leveled it into a plain. Do not look back at the scarcity of yesterday, for it is a ghost that no longer has power over your house. This is not a temporary fix or a fleeting moment of luck. This is the establishment of my covenant of provision within your very walls. I am resetting the foundations of your household, turning the soil of your life so that seeds of abundance can finally take root where thorns of debt once grew. Listen for the sound of the chains falling. Debt is a heavy chain that binds the spirit, but I am the great liberator. I am sending people you haven't spoken to in years to be instruments of my blessing. I am opening doors in high places that were previously locked against you. I am the God of the 11th hour, yet I am never late. You have stood at the edge of the Red Sea of your obligations, and you have seen no way across, but I have already divided the waters. Walk through on dry ground, my child. Do not fear the walls of water on either side, for they are held back by my command. I declare over you that the spirit of not enough is being evicted from your mind and your home. You shall look at that bill, that specific document that caused you such distress, and you will see the stamp of my grace upon it. It is finished. It is settled. The signature of the king has been placed upon your accounts. I am teaching you a new language, the language of more than enough. You will no longer speak of making ends meet, for I am bringing the ends together and weaving them into a net that will catch a harvest you cannot even contain. This miracle is a sign and a wonder, a testimony that will cause others to ask of the hope that is within you. When they ask, tell them of my faithfulness. Tell them that I am the Father who hears the whispered prayer over the kitchen table when the lights are low. I am the one who counts every tear and converts every sigh into a decree of breakthrough. The tension that has lived in your neck and your shoulders is dissolving now. My peace is not just a feeling, it is a shield that guards your prosperity. I am placing a hedge around your finances that the devourer cannot cross. What I give, no man can take away, and what I open, no man can shut. You are entering a season of overflow where you will be the lender and not the borrower. You will give out of your abundance, and your heart will rejoice in the ability to bless others as I have blessed you. This specific bill was merely the giant in your land that was sent to test your resolve, but you have found that I am the David who slays the giants on your behalf. The stone of my word has hit the mark. The giant has fallen. The path is clear. Do not hurry into the next worry, but stay here in the sanctuary of my presence. Let the realization of my goodness wash over you like a warm rain. I am the architect of your future, and I have not designed a life of lack for you. I have designed a life of glory, of peace, and of rhythmic grace. Every time you think of that debt from this moment forward, let it be a reminder of my power rather than a reminder of your past struggle. I am beautifying your life with the jewels of my provision. Trust the process, for even the delays were part of the orchestration to bring you into the perfect timing of this sudden miracle. You are my beloved, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. The storehouses of heaven have been unlocked, and your name is written on the manifest. Receive it now. Experience the lightness of a soul that knows its Father is the King of all riches. The miracle is not just coming, it has arrived. It is seated at your table. It is sleeping in your rooms. It is filling your storehouse. Rest, my child, for the work is done and the victory is yours. As you settle into this rest, feel the atmosphere of your home changing, shifting from a place of concern to a sanctuary of celebration. I am not a God who speaks in shadows or leaves my children to wonder if I have heard their cries. I have heard the silent echoes of your heart in the dead of night, the calculations you made on paper that never seemed to balance, and the heavy sighs you released when looking at that specific bill. Hear me now. That document which once carried the weight of a mountain is now as light as a feather in my hand. I have already breathed my favor upon it, and the resolution you seek is manifesting with a precision that will leave you breathless with joy. Do not look to the left or to the right, wondering through which human door this blessing will arrive. I am the door. I am the source. Whether it comes through an unexpected refund, a gift from a stranger, a promotion you didn't apply for, or a debt cancellation that defies logic, know that it is my signature on the check of your life. I am deepening the connection between your soul and my spirit today. I want you to understand that this financial miracle is not just about the money. It is about the intimacy I desire with you. I am proving my faithfulness so that your faith may never waver again. I am removing the shroud of shame that has covered your face because of this struggle. In my kingdom, there is no shame in needing your Father. There is only glory in receiving from my hand. I am washing away the memory of the not enough seasons. You have spent too long in the wilderness of just getting by, but I am leading you into the fertile plains of more than enough. The specific amount you need has already been allocated in the courts of heaven. It is moving through the spiritual realms and into your physical bank account, your mailbox, and your hands, Prophesy over your own house this hour. Say to your walls, peace dwell here. Say to your cupboards, be filled. Say to your bank accounts, overflow. For I have released a decree that cannot be rescinded. I am the God of the suddenly, and I am working in the background of your life to bring forth a testimony that will encourage the faint-hearted. People will look at you and ask, how did this happen? And your only response will be, the Lord has done great things for me, and I am glad. I am aligning the hearts of men and women who do not even know you yet to act in your favor. I am putting your name in the minds of those who have the power to help, and they will find no rest until they have fulfilled the mission I have given them regarding your provision. This miracle is entering your home like a gentle breeze, but it carries the power of a hurricane to sweep away your debts. It is paying that specific bill that has been a thorn in your side. I see the deadline, and I am moving ahead of it. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am already at the finish line of this crisis, waiting for you with the receipt marked paid in full. You will not have to beg, you will not have to borrow, and you will not have to compromise your integrity. I am doing it in a way that brings all the glory to my name and all the relief to your heart. Rest now in the certainty of my word. The frequency of your thoughts must now match the frequency of my abundance. Stop rehearsing the problem and start rehearsing the praise. I am beautifying your life. I am replacing the ashes of your financial worry with the oil of joy. The heaviness is lifting. Can you feel it? The tightness in your chest is dissolving because the burden is no longer yours to carry. I have taken it. I have owned it. It is my responsibility, and I am more than capable. Your home is now a zone of miracle manifestation. Every corner of your dwelling is being saturated with the fragrance of my provision. You are transitioning from the person who asks how to the person who says thank you. The breakthrough is not a distant hope, it is your current reality. Walk through your home today with your head held high, for the King has visited your house, and he has brought the treasures of the kingdom with him. This is your moment of release. This is your hour of financial liberation. Receive it, believe it, and walk in the fullness of this divine promise. I am with you, I am for you, and I am your great provider. Even now, as these words reach your heart, I am working behind the scenes in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. Do you feel the shift? The atmosphere of your home is changing from one of frantic worry to one of divine rest. I am the God who speaks to the wind and the waves, and I am speaking peace, be still, over your financial storm. That specific bill, the one that has kept you awake in the midnight hours, the one that has felt like a mountain standing between you and your future, it is becoming a level plain. I am not a God of almost. I am a God of finished. When I provide completely. I am touching the hearts of those who owe you, and I am stirring the spirits of those who have the power to bless you. You will not have to beg, nor will you have to compromise your integrity. My provision comes with honor. It comes with the sweetness of my grace. I am opening the windows of heaven, and the downpour has already begun. Can you hear the sound of abundance? It is the sound of my love manifesting in your material world. I care about your needs. I care about your comfort. I care about the legacy you are building for your children. This miracle is not just for a moment. It is a sign and a wonder that I am with you always. You are my child, the apple of my eye, and I take delight in your prosperity. Struggle is ending. The season of lack is being swallowed up by the season of my favor. I am breathing life into your dead situations. I am commanding the dry bones of your finances to live and flourish. Look up, my beloved. Your redemption is here. I have cleared the way. I have paved the road with my promises. Every obstacle is being removed. Every delay is being turned into a divine acceleration. You are about to witness a move of my hand that will leave you breathless with gratitude. It is done. It is established. It is yours. Walk into this new day with the confidence of one who is deeply loved by the Creator of all things. I am your source, I am your shield, and I am your exceedingly great reward. Do not fear the letters or the calls, for I have already answered them. I have written paid in full over your debts. I have written abundance over your future, trust me. I have never failed you, and I will not start now. The miracle has entered your house. It is here. It is now. Embrace it. Rest in it. Celebrate it, for I am the Lord and I change not. I am extending my hand over your bank accounts, over your wallets, and over your ledgers. Where there was a deficit, I am commanding a surplus. Where there was a void, I am pouring in my substance. This is the hour of the supernatural exchange. I am taking your financial exhaustion and giving you my divine energy. You will not just survive this month, you will thrive in it. I am giving you creative ideas to multiply what I put in your hands. I am giving you favor with creditors and grace with those in authority. The very things that were meant to break you will now serve as the foundation for your testimony. Your testimony will be one of my faithfulness, one of my timing, and one of my unwavering love. This bill is not your master. I am your master, and I have already settled the account. I am the God of the widow's oil that never ran dry. I am the God of the manna that fell every morning. I am the God who told Peter to find the coin in the mouth of a fish. My methods are many, but my heart is always the same. I love to provide for my own. You are not a stranger to me. You are my heir. Every resource of my kingdom is at my disposal, and I am directing a portion of that infinite wealth toward your specific need. Peace is your portion. Joy is your strength. Provision is your promise. I am moving obstacles you didn't even know existed. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies of lack and debt. Eat and be satisfied. The hunger of worry is over. The thirst of anxiety is quenched. I am your all in all. I am the Alpha and the Omega of your financial journey. I saw the beginning of this struggle, and I am here to declare its end. Receive the miracle. It is knocking at your door. Open wide the gates of your heart and let the King of Glory come in with his treasures. You are blessed, you are highly favored, and you are debt-free in my name. The miracle is here. Do you feel the shift in the atmosphere of your home? Can you sense the weight lifting from your shoulders even as you read these words? I have seen the way you stared at that specific document, the one that represents a debt you thought you could not carry. I watched you trace the numbers with your fingers, wondering how the math would ever add up. But I am the master mathematician, the one who multiplies loaves and fishes, and I tell you today that the sum of your faith is more than enough to trigger the release of heaven's treasury. This is not a mere coincidence. This is a calculated act of my love. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the walls of scarcity that have surrounded your household for too long. You have prayed, and I have heard. You have cried out, and I have answered. Now, stand still and see the salvation of your Lord. This bill, this specific burden that has kept you awake at night, is being erased by the stroke of my hand. I am sending the resource, the unexpected check, the sudden favor, or the forgotten credit. It is coming from a direction you haven't considered, because I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt that it was me. I am moving in the hearts of those who hold the keys to your financial release. I am softening the hearts of creditors and opening the hands of those who owe you. There is a divine alignment happening right now in the celestial realms that is manifesting in your bank account. Do not look at the balance today with eyes of fear. Look at it with eyes of expectation. I am the God of the suddenly. Suddenly, the phone will ring. Suddenly, the notification will appear. Suddenly, the debt will be canceled. I am not only providing for the now, I am setting a foundation for your future. This miracle is a sign and a wonder, a testimony that you will share with many. You will tell them how you were at your wits' end, and how your Heavenly Father stepped in with a precision that only I possess. I am expanding your capacity to receive. Let go of the how and the when and simply rest in the who. I am the great I am. I am your provider, your Jireh, and I do not fail my children. The storehouses of heaven are not limited by your earthly economy. When the world says lack, I say abundance. When the world says recession, I say overflow. You are a citizen of a kingdom that knows no drought. I am raining down my favor upon your dry ground. This miracle is like a gentle spring rain that will turn your desert into a garden. You will no longer walk with a bowed head. You will walk with the dignity of royalty, for you are my child. The shame of debt is falling off you like old, tattered rags. I am clothing you in the garments of prosperity and peace. Believe it, for it is already done in my sight. Time is merely catching up to my decree. You are no longer a slave to the lender. You are a steward of my riches. I am entrusting you with this miracle because I know you will use it to honor me and to find rest for your soul. Breathe deeply now. Feel the peace that surpasses all understanding guarding your heart and your mind. The bill is paid. The debt is gone. The miracle has entered your home, and it is here to stay. I am walking through your rooms right now, clearing out the lingering shadows of worry. Where there was a spirit of heaviness, I am placing a garment of praise. Where there was the stench of poverty, I am releasing the fragrance of my abundance. You have been faithful in the little, and now I am making you ruler over much. I am speaking to the winds of the north, south, east, and west to blow resources toward your dwelling. I have commanded the ravens to feed you, and I have commanded the brook to flow with the refreshing waters of my grace. You might have felt forgotten, but you were never out of my sight. Your name is engraved on the palms of my hands, and your needs are always before me. I am the God who remembers his covenant. I am the God who keeps his word. If I have said it, I will do it. If I have spoken it, I will bring it to pass. Look at your hands. They will soon hold the evidence of my faithfulness. Look at your life. It is becoming a display of my glory. Do not let the enemy whisper lies of lack into your ears anymore. Shut the door on doubt and lock it with the key of gratitude. Start thanking me now for the miracle that is manifesting. Thank me for the check that is in the mail. Thank me for the bank error in your favor. Thank me for the unexpected bonus. Thank me for the relief that is flooding your soul. My peace is a tangible thing. Let it wrap around you like a warm blanket. You are safe. You are secure. You are provided for. This is the hour of your visitation. This is the moment of your release. The specific bill that has been your giant is falling today. Like Goliath, it is coming down and you will stand over it as a victor. The stones of faith you have thrown have found their mark. I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. Prosperity is not just about currency. It is about the wholeness of your spirit, soul, and body. But I know that in this earthly walk, you need these resources to fulfill my purpose, and I am not stingy with my treasures. I am a lavish Father who delights in the prosperity of his servants. Go forth in this confidence. Walk with a new spring in your step. Your testimony is being written in real time. I am the author, and I am writing a happy ending to this chapter of struggle. Welcome the miracle. It is not just at the door, it is in the room with you. It is in the very air you breathe. It is mine, and it is yours. Feel the shift in the spiritual atmosphere, my beloved child, for the air itself is thick with the fragrance of answered prayer. You have carried this burden for long enough, letting its shadow dim the light in your eyes and dampen the song in your heart. But I tell you, that shadow is being consumed by the radiance of my glory. I am not a God who sits far off, indifferent to the ledgers of your life. I see every decimal point, every due date, and every late notice that has kept you awake in the quiet hours of the night. I have seen you crunch the numbers until they no longer make sense, searching for a way out where there appeared to be only walls. Do not look to the walls anymore. Look to me, for I am the door. I am opening a portal of provision that defies the logic of this world's economy. The specific amount you need, the one that feels like a mountain, is but a grain of sand in the palm of my hand. I am moving behind the scenes in ways your mind cannot yet grasp. I am touching the hearts of those who hold the keys to your release. I am rearranging the circumstances of the marketplace to favor you. I am sending angels to go before you and clear the path of every obstacle. You might wonder how it will happen, but I ask you to trade your how for my who. I am the I am, and I am more than enough. When I spoke the universe into existence, I did not struggle. When I parted the Red Sea, I did not strain. This bill, this debt, this financial pressure is nothing compared to the power I have placed at your disposal through faith. I am not just sending enough to cover the lack. I am sending an overflow so that you may be a conduit of blessing to others. I want you to know the freedom of the debt-free life, where your mind is occupied by my whispers rather than the clamor of creditors. Listen closely. I am speaking to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. I am calling your resources from the ends of the earth. Whether it comes through a sudden promotion, an unexpected rebate, a forgotten inheritance, or a miraculous gift from a stranger, know that it is my hand that has orchestrated it. I am the God of the sudden turnaround. I am the God of the 11th hour. Just when you think the time has run out, I step in to demonstrate that I am the master of time and eternity. This is your season of restitution. What the locusts have eaten, I am restoring. Where there was a drought, there shall be a downpour. The parched ground of your bank account is about to feel the first drops of a torrential rain of favor. Do not let fear whisper its lies to you any longer. Fear says you will be put to shame. I say you will be clothed in honor. Fear says you will lose what you have. I say I am expanding your borders. Fear says the miracle is for someone else. I say it is your birthright as my child. You have been faithful with the little, even in your lack, and now I am making you ruler over much. I am breaking the cycle of lack that has haunted your lineage. I am severing the ties to generational poverty and ushering you into a legacy of abundance. This financial miracle is not just a temporary fix. It is a sign and a wonder that will testify to my goodness for years to come. Your children and your children's children will tell the story of how I stepped in when the world said it was impossible. My love is a shield that protects you from the arrows of anxiety. In the coming days, you will see the evidence of what I am declaring to you now. It will not be a trickle but a flood of my grace. I am opening the windows of heaven and pouring out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. Prepare your heart for the weight of this blessing. Prepare your home for the peace that follows the storm. You are no longer a slave to interest or a captive to contracts. I am your ransom, and I have paid the price in full. Rest now. Let the tension leave your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. I am the great provider, and I have never failed a single soul who put their trust in me. I did not bring you this far to leave you. I did not lead you into this wilderness to let you perish of thirst. The rock is about to gush with water. The manna is falling even now. You are entering a rest that the world cannot understand, a rest born of the absolute certainty that your Father has everything under control. The bill is paid. The debt is canceled. The breakthrough is here. Walk in the authority I have given you. Speak to your circumstances with the voice of a victor. You are not a victim of the economy. You are a citizen of my kingdom, and my kingdom is overflowing with riches and glory. This is my word to you, and my word does not return to me void. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Listen closely to the rhythm of my heart, for it beats in perfect synchronization with the timing of your breakthrough. You have spent many nights calculating, recalculating, and staring at figures that refuse to change. But I tell you this day that my arithmetic is not bound by the laws of this world. Where you see a deficit, I see an opportunity to demonstrate my glory. This specific bill, the one that has been sitting on your table like an uninvited guest, the one that has whispered threats of lack and shame into your ear, is being dealt with by my own hand. I have heard the silent cry of your spirit, the one you were too weary to even put into words. Do not be afraid of the deadline that approaches, for I am the Lord of time and eternity, and I am never late. I am moving people you have never met to act on your behalf. I am opening ledgers in offices you have never entered to find favor for your name. The resources of the earth are mine, and I am directing a stream of my abundance toward your household even as you read these words. Feel the shift in the atmosphere. The heavy cloud of financial oppression is lifting, and in its place, I am pouring out the oil of joy. You have been a good steward of your faith, holding onto my promises even when the visible evidence suggested otherwise. Now, the invisible is becoming visible. The miracle is not coming. It is here. It is knocking at your door. It is appearing in your accounts. It is manifesting in the form of unexpected rebates, sudden gifts, and divine cancellations. I am the God who fed the 5,000 with a few loaves and fish, and I am the same God who will settle your accounts and leave you with a surplus. Your home shall no longer be a place of tension and whispered arguments over money. It shall be a house of praise, a testament to the fact that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. Look at your children, look at your family, and see them through the lens of my provision. They will not know the sting of poverty, for I am building a hedge of prosperity around you. This miracle is not just for your relief, it is for my renown. I am showing the world that those who trust in me shall never be put to shame. You have walked through the fire, but you do not smell of smoke. You have endured the lean season, but your harvest is now ripe. I am calling forth the winds of the north, south, east, and west to blow resources into your life that you did not labor for. This is the season of the sudden. Sudden breakthroughs, sudden turnarounds, and sudden peace. Do not look back at the years of struggle with regret, for I am restoring to you the years the locusts have eaten. Every tear you shed over your finances has been collected in my bottle, and I am pouring them back out as a refreshing rain of blessing. You are not just getting by, you are being set free to be a blessing to others. The weight is gone. The heavy yoke of debt is broken from your neck. Stand tall, my beloved. Walk with the confidence of one who knows their Father is the King of all. Your specific need is my specific priority. I have named this moment for you. I have designated this day as the day your mourning turns into dancing. Believe it, receive it, and watch as the physical world aligns with my spiritual decree. I am with you, I am for you, and I am providing for you now. I am watching over my word to perform it in your life. Do not let the whispers of the enemy convince you that you are forgotten. You are the apple of my eye, and I have graven your name upon the palms of my hands. Every detail of your life is under my sovereign care. This financial breakthrough is just the beginning of a cascade of blessings that I am preparing for you. I am opening the windows of heaven and pouring out a blessing so large that you will not have room enough to receive it. Your neighbors will see it and know that I am the Lord. Your family will see it and their faith will be ignited. I am using this specific financial miracle to break the generational cycle of lack in your bloodline. From this day forward, you shall be the lender and not the borrower. You shall be the head and not the tail. You are being positioned for greatness, not for your own sake, but so that you can be a conduit of my grace to a hurting world. The pressure is leaving you now. The burden is being rolled away. I am your burden bearer, and I have taken this load upon myself. Walk in the freedom I have purchased for you. Smile, for your Father has heard you. Rejoice, for the answer is in your hand. This is the day of your visitation. This is the hour of your release. Every promise I have made to you is yes and amen. Trust the process, trust the timing, and above all, trust my heart. I love you with an everlasting love, and I am manifesting that love through this sudden financial miracle. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Think of that specific amount right now. Visualize the paid stamp upon it. I am the God of the specific, and I am meeting you exactly where you are. There is no bill too large for my treasury, no debt too complex for my wisdom. The barrier that stood between you and your peace is crumbling. I am clearing the ledger. I am making your path smooth. Your mouth will be filled with laughter and your tongue with shouts of joy. You will say, "The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy." This is your portion. This is your inheritance. This is my promise. Amen. Listen closely to the sound of the chains falling, for it is the sound of your liberation. I have seen the tears you shed in the secret place, the way your heart constricted every time that envelope arrived or that notification appeared on your screen. I have heard the silent, "How long, Lord?" that you whispered when the numbers didn't add up and the resources seemed to vanish like mist. Hear me now. The mist is clearing, and the solid rock of my provision is being revealed beneath your feet. I am not a God who is far off, indifferent to the pressures of your earthly life. I am intimately involved in every transaction, every balance, and every obligation you face. This financial miracle is not just about the money, it is about my covenant with you. It is a sign that I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. As you stand on the threshold of this breakthrough, I want you to release the remaining fragments of fear. Fear is a thief that tries to steal the joy of the miracle before it even arrives, but I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Breathe in my peace. Let it saturate your home, from the front door to the back, from the floorboards to the rafters. I am sanctifying your finances. I am purifying the flow of resources into your hands so that you may not only pay this bill, but become a conduit of blessing to others. Look at that specific debt again, not with eyes of dread, but with the eyes of a victor. See it as already settled. I am sending the resource from the north, south, east, and west. I am commanding the raven to bring you bread. I am causing the gold to be found in the mouth of the fish. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Where you saw a dead end, I am building a highway. Where you saw a desert, I am opening a spring. This sudden miracle is a testament to my faithfulness. It is the fulfillment of the word I spoke into your spirit long ago. You have been faithful in the little, and now I am making you ruler over much. Do not be surprised by the speed of this manifestation. I am the God of the suddenly. In one moment, the prison doors swung open for Joseph. In one moment, the walls of Jericho collapsed. In this moment, the wall of debt that has blocked your view of the future is falling. I am restoring the years that the locust has eaten. I am restoring your confidence. I am restoring your sleep. No more will you toss and turn, calculating and recalculating. My math is different than the world's math. I multiply the loaves and the fishes until there is more than enough. I am the God of the overflow. Receive this now. Reach out your spiritual hands and take the provision I am handing to you. It is wrapped in my grace. It is sealed with my blood. It is delivered by my angels. This specific bill is being paid in full, and with it, a new chapter of financial liberty is beginning. You will look back on this day and say, "That was the day the Lord changed everything." My love for you is as vast as the ocean, and my resources are even greater. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, aligning the stars, moving the hearts of kings, and shifting the economy of heaven to meet your earthly need. You are my beloved child, and it is my good pleasure to give you the kingdom. The weight is lifted. The pressure is gone. The miracle has arrived. Do you hear the rhythm of my heart beating for you? It is a rhythm of grace, a steady pulse of unwavering support that never fails. I'm expanding your territory even as I am clearing your debts. This miracle is a seed. When you see this bill paid, let it be the seed of a great faith that will move mountains in every area of your life. I am dismantling the spirit of lack that has tried to claim residence in your family tree. I am breaking the generational cycles of struggle. From this day forward, you shall be the lender and not the borrower. You shall be the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath. I am pouring out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. Think of the relief that is flooding your soul. That relief is the evidence of things not seen, the substance of your hope being realized. I am the God who calls those things which be not as though they were, and I am calling your debt paid. I am calling your bank account full. I am calling your future bright. There is no shadow of turning with me. I am consistent, I am reliable, and I am here. This specific financial miracle is just the beginning. It is the first drop of a heavy rain that is coming to end the drought you have endured. I am turning your mourning into dancing. I am putting off your sackcloth and girding you with gladness. The world will see the favor upon your life, and they will wonder at it. They will see the peace in your eyes and the stability in your home, and they will know that it is the hand of the Almighty. I am your Father, and I take delight in your prosperity. Not just the prosperity of your wallet, but the prosperity of your soul. As you walk through the remainder of this day, keep your head held high. Do not let the whispers of the enemy pull you back into the shadows of what if and how. The how belongs to me. Your part is the believe. Believe that I am. Believe that I can. Believe that I will. And indeed, I already have. The decree has been issued from the throne room. The angels of provision have been dispatched. The check is in the mail, the deposit is being processed, the favor is being granted, and the miracle is now your reality. Every sleepless hour is being compensated with divine rest. Every tear is being turned into a pearl of wisdom. You are coming out of this trial refined like gold, shining with the radiance of my presence. This specific bill, this specific worry, this specific mountain, it is gone. It is swallowed up in the victory of my love. Peace be unto you. Peace be unto your house. Peace be unto all that you have. For I am with you, and I am for you, and nothing can stand against the miracle I am performing in your life this very hour. Can you feel the shift in the very atmosphere of your dwelling? As you stand in this moment, the heavy fog of lack is dissolving before the warmth of my presence. I have seen the way you have looked at that specific bill, the way your heart tightened at the sight of the numbers, and the way you wondered if this would be the moment the ground gave way beneath you. But I am your foundation, and I do not crack. I am your provider, and my resources are not subject to the economies of this world. I am moving now, even as these words settle into your spirit, to bring about a resolution that will leave you breathless with gratitude. Look around your room. Do you see it? The shadows are retreating. The spirit of poverty that tried to claim a seat at your table has been evicted by the authority of my word. I am not just sending a check. I am sending a testimony. I am not just covering a debt. I am uncovering my glory through your life. You have been a faithful steward of the little you had, and now I am making you ruler over more. The suddenly that you have prayed for is no longer a distant hope. It is your current reality. I am speaking to the north, south, east, and west to release what has been held back. I am commanding the silver and the gold, for they are mine, to find their way into your hands. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a stroke of luck. This is the hand of your Father reaching down to settle the score. Every night you spent calculating, every hour you spent worrying about how the ends would meet, I was already there, at the finish line, holding the provision. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am shutting doors of lack that will never again open to you. Hear the sound of the chains falling. That specific amount, that exact figure that has caused you such distress, is already accounted for in my kingdom. I am rearranging circumstances, influencing decisions, and aligning hearts to ensure that your need is met with an abundance that overflows. I want you to take a deep breath, the first breath of a person who is truly free. The weight is gone. The mountain has become a plain. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through for you right now. Do not look at the clock, for I am the Lord of time. Do not look at the odds, for I am the Lord of the impossible. I am declaring over your household a season of supernatural surplus. Where there was a drought, there will now be a flood of my goodness. Where there was a barrier, there is now a bridge. I am calling forth hidden riches from secret places. I am unlocking resources that have been stored up for this very moment in your life. You are not a beggar. You are a child of the King. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a victor by my Spirit. The miracle is entering your home through ways you could not have imagined. It may come through a phone call that changes everything, an unexpected refund, a gift from a stranger, or a divine correction in an account. Regardless of the vessel, know that I am the source. My love for you is the fuel for this miracle. I do not want you burdened, I want you bolstered by my power. I am removing the shame that comes with debt and replacing it with the honor that comes with my favor. Your neighbors will see it, your family will witness it, and they will know that it was the Lord's doing. This is your hour of restoration. Everything the locust has eaten, I am returning to you tenfold. The specific bill that has haunted your thoughts is now a closed chapter. It is finished. It is paid. It is settled. Walk in this truth today. Let your praise be the announcement of your victory. For I have spoken, and I will bring it to pass. My hand is not short that it cannot save, nor is my ear heavy that it cannot hear. I have heard you, I have seen you, and I am answering you with the fire of my provision. Peace, be still. The miracle is here, and it is more than enough. Trust in the overflow. I am preparing for you.